trying to be a humble slave and find the answers to the questions in the grave. That's how I spend my days, pretend I'm in the blaze. And when I bend and pray, I try to mend my ways. I try to lower my gaze and stay modest and live life honest. Tomorrow's not promised. Take every step and every rep like it's my last. And when the weapons blast, will I regret my past? Those I left are sad. Left my soul for
I would always have two consistent dreams my whole life. One, that I was going to experience death at 21. And the other one, that I was going to be in jail. And then both of them came true.
When the days end and heaven's call us, who's gonna fall? Who's standing tallest? Let's be honest, tomorrow's not promised. Some will say that the last day's upon us. When the days end and heaven's call us, who's gonna fall? Who's standing tallest?
At 21, I experienced a death of all my past and negative. I became Muslim at the age of 21. It was just really amazing, you know? When I became Muslim, I was on the middle of the street. You know, I was, smoking weed, and I seen Brother Luqman coming with this old sheikh, and I was like, I passed the blunt to one of my boys, and they were talking, they didn't even know what was going on. And I knew something big was gonna happen in my life. I knew I was gonna get some type of awakening. Assalamu alaikum. What's up, man?
That's the only person that ever rings my bell.
Yeah.
You making rice with it?
Yeah, Yusuf making the rice.
Yusuf is?
Yeah. This for all you Arabs and Pakistanis, African Americans, we're teaching you the secrets of Boricua halal cooking. See, we don't know full Arabic, but we know Arabic, Spanglish, Ebonics.
We know a little bit of, we don't know English well, we don't speak English well, we don't speak Spanish well, or Arabic.
So we're translating the language of
Puerto Rican Ebonics. Puertoronics.
Puertoronics.
Mia, where's your jacket thingy?
Honestly, before my nephew's converting to Muslim, I didn't know a thing about the whole Muslim religion.
Who is it?
So when they converted, at first it was kind of a shocker.
Kind of weird,
because
and
we're all
then
Catholic, And it was a little. We would get into our little confrontations, our little arguments.
I didn't know too much about their religion, and my family still doesn't know too much. My mother's like, what is this, I brought the boys up in Catholic school. I used to work 2 jobs to pay for private education for them. People come with their Muslim. Hamza said, wait, that's not my son. I mean, that's my son, but my mother said, why did they put that name? His name is Jason. It's kind of confusing for us sometimes, but we accept it,
Yo, that's my niece over there. So that's your niece?
And I'm glad my kids are all drug-free and they don't drink, they don't smoke. Sometimes I don't like the music. Sometimes I do. Some music songs I like, some songs I don't like. The words are kind of tough sometimes.
Bismillah. I'm from the slums of the concrete pavement, the breeding grounds for prison, industrial enslavement. We're either suspects or waiting for arraignment. Hypnotized by televised lies from entertainment.
You're tuned to WHCR Harlem Community Radio. We have here in the studio my favorite, the Muslim rap artists, brothers Suleiman and Hamza Perez. And they're in Harlem for the weekend in from Pittsburgh. They have produced 3 CDs, and they're otherwise known professionally as the Mujahideen team. And a Mujahid is a person who engages in jihad in the post-September 11th world. This is a very, y'all picked a very strong name.
Jihad doesn't mean holy war. We tell them it's struggle. We struggle every day with, our nafs, our inner self, our lower desires. So we kind of teach the people what the word means and what it means to us. We're not afraid to use that word. And this is what it's all about, It's not about, chains and be laying up with women and stuff like that. We have a serious plan what we're going to do if God blesses us, to be successful.
So now, Brother Hamza, you're Muslim, you're American, you're Puerto Rican, you're from the hood, you're an artist, you're a rapper. Yeah, you know, you all sound like America's worst nightmare.
What we do is we come on stage with machetes on fire.
Machete, you know?
Machete.
It's a Puerto Rican custom, you know?
And when we have interactions and discussions with people after shows, you know, we're able to relay that to them and let them know a little bit of what it symbolizes. So they don't think we're just two crazy, you know, Puerto Ricans on stage with machetes.
How many people own the Mujahideen Team's album, the new one? Yeah? Everybody without their hand up, you need to go downstairs right after this and go ahead and cop that, inshallah ta'ala. Probably the best hip-hop album you're gonna hear this year. So I want y'all to say, Mujahideen Team! Mujahideen Team! Mujahideen Team! Mujahideen Team!
For my soldiers right now, y'all know what this is, FTG, flag the government. This is for the real cats. We don't care about no Patriot Act. We don't care about surveillance. We don't care about the FBI agents in the crowd. This is for y'all. Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was you. Tell the truth. Saudi Arabia's in bed with America. Israel and England's in bed with America. No Vaseline when you sleep with the predator. There's only one God and Muhammad is his messenger. Cocaine business controls America. Zionist business controls America. Masonic business controls America. Satanic business controls America. Yo, that was for the FBI right there one time.
Allah knows best. I may have been in the streets, strung out somewhere or something, you know. But, you know, Allah had a whole nother plan for me.
Let's go, Tyler. Get the best sweater, too. Come on.
We all had a community in Massachusetts. There must have been more than 55 people that became Muslim. And then we all moved here to Pittsburgh to create a Muslim community. Our vision is to create a masjid and a school and a youth center.
We seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the evil that exists within ourselves. We seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from the evil outcomes of our misdeeds. Ramadan is fading now, so it's time to take advantage of that, you know. It's a time that we struggle. It's a time for preparation.
We don't be in environments where they serve alcohol, where there's a lot of profanity being used, you know, gambling, stuff like that. We made that decision to try to save ourselves and to try to save our families, you know, from the society that exists out there. We're just all new here. We have to learn the whole culture of Pittsburgh.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
اجلس اجلس اجلس
We have the Masjid Musalla on the first floor. On the third floor, we have 2 dorm rooms where some of the students stay, and I'm one of them. It was difficult, the migration here. Things didn't go too well with my marriage. Me and my ex-wife ended up splitting up. I want to live a married life, you know, have a family and all that. Because in Islam, we don't have a boyfriend and girlfriend. So I always make prayer that Allah blesses me with a good wife, you know.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be busy. I look forward to it, though. When we first started communicating with each other, we were communicating with each other online. So I was able to ask all the important questions ahead of time. I like the process because it eliminated anything. Eliminated any like lust or attraction where you get distracted and you don't ask the important questions. The first thing he said was, "Are you looking to get married?" I was like, wow. I was like, you're pretty blunt.
Come in. Wow, it's nice.
You don't want to come in.
Come in. Esta es la esposa de Jason, la nueva mamá de Laila. Y Toño, esta es la esposa de Jason, se llama Rafia. Ella es americana, musulmana. My family don't understand what Muslim is. They don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't understand. Maybe you guys can explain to them.
My dad.
I know.
I killed him. That's my dad.
Who?
This is our new building here, our new masjid. It's on the corner of Boyle Street in Pittsburgh. We just got a new location. It's more better, it's more involved in the community. We've been here like 5 weeks. When we were here like 5 weeks, and we already had 2 shahadas. So alhamdulillah, things is looking good. So this street right here is a coincidence. You know, the FBI put a camera here. It's Federal Street right here. It's called Federal Street. And if you look at that green box, the camera there, you know, it's pointing right at the masjid, you know, seeing the activity of the masjid coming in and out. You know, and if you look down the corner, that's where all the drug dealers is at. So instead of watching the drug dealers, you know, they're watching, you know, the Muslims.
How do you know it's what it is and not like some traffic box or something?
Because, you know, some of the drug dealers, they approached us, you know, and they were like, I got respect for the Sunni Muslims, and we seen the FBI setting up a surveillance camera to watch you guys, you know. And if you look at it, it's obvious, you know, it's a camera.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Hey, Andrew, how you doing? This is Jason. You think it's possible me and my wife can check out the house? So it's a nice sized yard.
Yeah, it's big. Put some grass out here. I'm gonna get you a bunk bed.
Can I sleep on the top?
Ask Malada. You guys have to work that one out. I just did the math a month ago. Yeah, we've been married for 2 months. Oh, it's only been 2 months. Seems like much longer.
Hey, Mayelo. What's up? I got some vegan kebabs for you here, bro. Let me show y'all around real quick.
Move on to the right.
Try it, pick it up and see how it looks.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Everything is good, you know. Everybody's happy. When everything's going too good and nothing's happened to me for a while, I start to get worried.
Do not give him one.
Why?
It's flammable. He can burn things.
He's gonna sit right here. Oh man. Yeah.
Happy holiday to all of you. We'll have your July 4th information, the weather and the travel included, coming up in just a moment.
But first tonight, the very latest on a story we've been following for more than an hour now.
The FBI converged on a mosque and they raid it.
The agents in technical gear surround a house with their guns drawn and ready.
But agents won't say why. The house they surrounded is...
Several men were handcuffed and, according to witnesses, taken into custody.
The FBI says this is related to an ongoing criminal investigation at this address.
The FBI did say this has nothing to do with the upcoming baseball all-star game here in Pittsburgh.
I tried to approach this area from the hospital side over there, and the streets were blocked off. There was firepower used, there was a robot. They were lined up, you know, hands up against the wall.
They forced everybody out by gunpoint, so.
They had like 10 handcuffs laid out in the ground right here, a bunch of handcuffs. They lined us up against this wooden fence right here. And he started calling me by my Muslim name and all that, you know, letting me know that he knows me and, you know, he's supposed to be doing some type of homework on me or whatever, you know.
Next day, we learn about the arrest of Larry Williams, and then that becomes the overarching theme in all the media outlets. Larry Williams had come into town and needed a place to stay. He is a member of that mosque. Williams has several felony arrests and one in the state of Washington for being a sex offender. He had served time. He had been stopped a couple days prior by Utah State Police with a weapon in his car and let go. The weapons were taken into custody and he managed to make it all the way back to Pittsburgh, and he spent the evening at that mosque. This person was not even arrested inside of the mosque. The raid happened after he was in custody. Maybe it is really that the government thought that Mr. Williams was a threat and that him staying there in the night, he could have stashed how many guns in that building. Maybe that is the case, but maybe also Mr. Williams staying at that mosque overnight gave the government an opening to find out what was really going on in that building.
I suspect that our entire community is under federal investigation. There will probably be more harassment from them in the weeks and months to come.
it's hard for you to tell someone who is a gangster, who's trying to live a religious life, that if someone smacks them, they have to turn their cheek. They don't understand that language. The human being doesn't understand that language. That someone's gonna invade your home, you have to turn your cheek and forgive them. I start thinking about my kids, you know what I'm saying? And where would they go? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna stay with them if I get locked up? What's gonna happen? Who's gonna inform my wife? You know, is she gonna be all right staying where she's staying? You know, maybe then I was thinking maybe she should just go back home with her parents. So my whole thing is just make sure my family's all right if I get, you know, taken away or whatever. I completed the book about the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And I started realizing all the stuff that I didn't like about me, all the bad character that I had, and how I wanted to replace those characteristics with the characters of the prophets of God. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he had treaties with other groups. You know, in Medina, there was Jews there, Christians. So then I learned how his relationship was with them, and I saw the importance of that, you know. So then it began to make me want to branch out to Christians and Jews and all that type of stuff. So as I learned more about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his life, then I realized what type of man I had to be. Last name Perez, P-E-R-E-Z. I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
If I wanted, like, do you guys have extra Bibles in here? That, like, what does the inmate have to do to get a Bible? He has to request
All they have to do
it?
is write to the chaplain's office. Okay, this
Oh,
is what
yeah,
they
excellent,
need, so that you
excellent.
have the same one that the guys have.
Okay, good.
Which is real good,
Thank you.
because then you're all speaking the same
Yeah, I
language and
appreciate
the same
it.
translation.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Growing up, I had a dream that I would die when I turned 21. When I turned 21, my street side died of me, and I became like a Muslim. And then I had a dream that I always be in jail, but I thought I was gonna be locked up, right? We all set to start? Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
What we're gonna be talking about today is we're gonna be talking about the brotherhood of humanity. The human beings, we're the only ones that break this law of unity because of culture, race, ignorance, difference of religions. We break this law of unity. And then you have brotherhood that is on a street level, like street tribes, gangs. You know what I'm saying? There's different levels of brotherhood. True or false? True. Right? But the highest form of level of brotherhood is the brotherhood of companionship with people that you're with to get closer to God. And as people who believe in God, whether you're Christian, Jewish, you have to make certain sacrifices of God. If we was drug dealers in the streets, you may have to humble yourself. This is where your Christianity is going to get tested. This is where your Islam is going to get tested. I look at people, I don't look at them as people no more. I look at every single person as an opportunity to get closer to God. So I see my son as an opportunity for me to get closer to God. I see my supervisor, the jail inmates, you know, as opportunities for me to get closer to God. All right, brothers, man, I'm sorry, man. I won't be able to check out. It's bigger than the hair, the skin, and the clothes. All right, brother, man, take it easy, man. All right, assalamu alaikum, Alex. Inshallah. Take care, all right? Be patient in here, all right?
Now, is Van new to your group, Van Sanders? The one that was...
Yeah, he just comes, you know,
to listen
he's a
learn.
Christian brother. Like, if you hear some of the stuff I'm talking about, it's just about working on yourself.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I liked what I heard.
Yeah. Every time how you doing? I'm good.
What's up, man? What's up?
You feeling the music, or?
Feeling the music. I actually researched y'all before y'all came.
All right. No, our cases didn't come up. Criminal record.
What's this one called?
Welcome home.
Yeah, this goes out to all my soldiers, you know what I'm saying? Coming home out of the jails, out of the prisons, out of the slave plantations, man. Welcome home, all my soldiers that were locked. Welcome home, free from the prison blocks. Welcome home, a fresh new start from the past. Just keep your head up and stay on the straight path. Welcome home, all my soldiers that were locked. Welcome home, free from the prison blocks. Welcome home, a fresh new start from the past. Just keep your head up and stay on the straight path.
Going into jail for me was like big spiritual opening as far as dealing with people as human beings. The core message that was giving is to work on yourself. It was the famous saying we have from Jesus Christ. So when I started telling Christians this, they couldn't believe that Muslims believed this. And it started opening up a whole nother door.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, Karen, how you doing?
I'm
How's
okay.
everything? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. You can kick off your shoes here.
My life has always been about bringing people together in one way or another. You know, and I want to continue on. I'm a broker. A retired broker, but a broker nonetheless.
Well, many of us.
I went to my rabbi. I said I'd like to do a project with African Americans and American Jews.
That's nice.
This was my son.
And he said, Carol, the only change I would like to make is to do it with Muslims and Jews. And my mouth fell open.
I just hope there's a wide range of poems, you know, and
there will be.
Definitely it could be political, but, you know, just regular life, you know, and, you know, loving and raising children and having families and being in love, you know.
I think we can teach Muslim youth how to deal with some of their frustration, this anger that they have built up inside, you know, through writing and poetry.
If the poetry's good, the poetry's good. There's nothing wrong with anger. There's nothing wrong with anger. You know, if anywhere in a conversation, if it's expressed appropriately, you can dialogue. We don't want all the sweet stuff where there is no dialogue. We want to promote dialogue.
You know, conflict's going to come. I mean, you know, we should, you know, it's part of it.
Take care, okay?
Shalom Aleichem.
Walaikum salam.
She's saying it in Hebrew.
That's okay. That was the idea.
Yeah, she's saying it in Hebrew.
Yeah, you know, look at me. I just sent a shalom aleichem to a Jew.
You would have did that 5 years ago.
Yeah, you know what's becoming of me, man.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and greetings to all of the people who've come here today. Welcome home, free from the prison blocks. Welcome home, a fresh new start from the past. Just keep your head up and stay on the straight path. It ain't hard to tell. Life from the yard to the cell, a dedication to my ox being free from jail. Whether you did your bit, posted on the bell, tell them guards in the pod they can go to hell.
We decided to put out the call for poetry.
Well, you're a poet. Please take one of these. Know anybody else here that might be interested?
The Muslim poetry was slow in coming. And I went to Chicago for Taking It to the Streets, which was a multicultural fabulous day with 10,000 people enjoying themselves. It was fabulous. It was fabulous. Both Hamza and Lukman took me around with my flyers to introduce me to people who were poets, and it was a fabulous day. And I started getting poems. Lots of poems. I think before all I saw were the extreme fundamentalists. Now it's a whole different story. And I'm not afraid.
Welcome home, it's good to see you out. Some thought it wouldn't happen, they had their doubts. When you went up north, that's when things went south.
It's been about a year now, so all of that was just a rough year. Like a couple of months ago was this van sitting outside. And I'm like, why is this van still sitting outside? And you know how you see on TV, you see this van and you know that, and it's like cops sitting inside listening in on the house, and you always wonder. But, you know you're not doing anything wrong, so you just live your life. We're having another baby. I suspected it back in August. Like, I was late, but I said, I'm always late, so I'm not gonna pay it any mind. I'm not gonna let this be another one of those stupid scares that I have. And I just kept not believing it. I told Hamza that what I found on the test, but I was like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And I was like, oh, there is something in there.
Bravo, police!
Yeah, mashallah. He has changed.
Man down.
He's trying. He's trying. We're trying to get him like a system and work together. It's a work in progress. Because I think that now we kind of have the same goal in mind.
The tickling dragon. Yeah.
I was so sad. That's probably the feeling that I had the most, is why? That was my question, and then just a sense of sadness. And the really hard part was I had just got the phone call from the administration saying his clearance had been pulled. And then I called Karina, who he worked under, and then he walked in the chapel. And I was so shocked to see him. And I said, Jason, I just got some really bad news. And I sat him down and I couldn't give him a why. That was the biggest frustration for me. I couldn't tell him why, just that the clearance had been pulled. I felt sick to my stomach because Jason had done so much. They also pulled my imam's clearance at the same time, so I didn't have any Muslim presence in the jail. And I know he was really crushed. And not knowing the why didn't make it any easier because, under the Patriot Act, my understanding is that their reasons don't have to be given.
Can you grab this spot? You got it? You want me to carry it?
All right, you guys all go in the back.
When the FBI raided and the agent was bragging to me, calling me by my first name, how he does his homework on me and all this other stuff, he never mentioned nothing about music. Why do they have us under surveillance? Why do they, sometimes follow me? Why are they sometimes parked outside my job, Why are they questioning people around the country about me? And I talked to Yusuf, and they said that in Atlanta, they've been removing people out the jails, too. So it's like, yeah, it's like, it's not only here. So
something's going on. Or some type of mission.
Yeah, they want, I don't know, they want people to start having federal clearances or something like that.
So it's happening to all the Muslims.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's pretty crazy.
I haven't talked to the brother yet. I want to talk to him.
The process just continued. I didn't hear anything. I send an email as a reminder, you know, do we know anything yet about Jason? And it was probably a good 3.5 months that absolutely nothing happened. I was at that time searching for another imam, thinking, gee, if Jason was here, you know, he would be a candidate for me as an imam. Anytime that you're dealing with administration, you know, it's always on their timeline, so I didn't know where they were at. It was just in stalemate.
In a nutshell, what's your concern? I mean, what do you think the ACLU might be able to do for you?
I just want some, you know, try to see what my legal rights are due to the fact that I was removed from my position at work and a chance for my employment.
Yeah, and how long were you there total at the jail? There a year. Okay. I can tell you there are generally two potential areas of interest for us. One is sort of what happened at that raid. You know, I think anytime the FBI goes into a house of worship, and especially goes into a house of worship during high services, raises some concerns. The other issue is one that has been perplexing Sarah and I for several weeks now, and that's what is going on at the jail. As we understand it, I mean, you're one of 3 imams who has either lost their position or been denied a position, apparently at the FBI's request, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to us.
Like, my classes inside the jail, I only have one day with Muslim inmates that's open to everybody, but the other days, my class is a majority with Christians.
All right. Well,
thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it for your time.
Okay, yeah. So we'll be in touch. We're, you know, we'll do some more digging. We're definitely interested in learning more, but...
You can contact me at that cell phone that I gave you. Even if I'm not there, that's like our family cell phone. And
okay. When's is your wife, and your wife's having a C-section?
Yeah.
Is that scheduled yet?
It's scheduled, but it looks like it's going to be before that.
You better get home.
Please drive the car. Are you ready? Are you ready? Please drive the car, baby. I need to go.
It's almost time. We're about to head into the operating room. It's going to be a C-section, so inshallah everything be all right with the arrival of the baby. We'll keep you posted, inshallah.
I love you, my son. I love you, my son. You hear mommy? You hear mommy? Oh my God, it's good to
Come.
Hello.
Dada.
want to get back into jail. Hopefully, man, if I can get back in there, man, you know, that would be so good, you know. That's my goal, you know. Hopefully get back in there. Hey, Sarah. How you doing? How's everything? Nice to see you.
Have a seat. When I met with the jail warden, he said that there was nothing that you had said or done while you were at the jail with the inmates that was of any concern to them. Before that, we had thought, well, maybe it was because of your involvement with the Northside Mosque that was raided 2 years ago, or because of your rap music. And I guess it was somewhat related to their rap music because they were concerned about an interview you had done a few years ago.
A journalist, she did this interview like in 2003 before our album came out. So,
what was it titled?
The Clash of Civilization.
Oh, okay.
And so it has different questions that ask like a hip hop influences and stuff like that.
So I mean, I'm thinking maybe they didn't like the fact that you said the government doesn't give a crap about us. They don't kiss their ass, and the situation is going to get worse.
You know, I'm doing a hip hop interview, so I get a little wrong there.
You say here, stop collaborating and sleeping with the snake.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, that's like so young of me. You understand?
I think that the county solicitor recognized that, you know, the jail does have security concerns, and so your right to speak at a jail is not going to be as broad as your right to speak outside of a jail. You know, you can't say anything you want to the inmates, but when you're talking on your free time outside of that employment context, you have a First Amendment right to engage in speech.
Like, I've been getting letters from Christians in jail, you know, and they think that they was getting something, but I was really getting something, you know. I just think it's not really me, but me understanding more, you know, how a Muslim is supposed to behave, you know. So if I follow the right ways, then the doors will open for me to legally to get back in. I want to get busy now, you know, really start doing some work. I gotta hook up my source and stuff. So I want to start an institute for drug dealers, you know, helping drug dealers stop selling drugs and helping youth stop getting recruited by drug dealers.
We're gonna look at the drug dealing aspect like a corporation. Okay, 30 below is usually the individual who's under the age of 30, and it's like someone who's outside, even if it's 30 below zero, he's outside hustling. He's the one that has to deal with violent drug addicts trying to rob him, right? He's the one that has to worry about making sure he meets the quota and getting the money back to this guy. And then you know what else he has to worry about? His math teacher wondering why he's not doing his homework. And he's not only hoeing for the money man, but he's also being a prostitute for the whole system.
I noticed that what you're talking about, the man that connected 30 below, that's for people that aren't users. What about those that are? Is there any help for them, or should we just discard?
We have lots of funding for people who do that. Halfway houses and all that.
Come on, you know that's crap. There's a lot.
But the hustlers, there's nothing for them. There's many 10-step programs and stuff like that for users, but there's nothing for drug dealers.
Okay. So what you gonna do?
You name me one program in this city for drug dealers.
I got you. Needs to be.
So we have to teach them that there's nothing wrong with being a hustler. We just gotta switch up the product.
Yeah.
God, no.
I was just making more spicy, but I didn't have time.
I don't think it's too spicy at all.
Yeah, this seems to be like some soy grounds in there. Like boca.
So I had one son that never smoked, never drank in his life, and I had one that was driving me crazy. Jason was driving me crazy, I'm telling you. I used to fight with him every day. He had to come home and he had to hear my mouth. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I tell him, "Ma, when are you gonna stop?" I said, "When you change, because I'm not gonna give up on you."
Yeah, well, my son was, he just left actually a couple of days ago for a rehab. And I wanted him to be in the Hope program. And he knows Hamza. He's met him.
Yeah.
He's done poetry. Hamza was kind of helping him figure out spaces on the computer, on MySpace to send his poetry. And
that's good. People that need they need a chance.
Well, it's been a blessing in my life.
So Murray, they used to be somewhere else before, huh?
No, Murray was always here. I grew up on this street.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and when I became old enough, I used to walk down to the Hebrew National.
Oh, okay.
And get Sunday corned beef and everything else for the family for Sunday dinner.
I'm a Jew. 100%.
Wow.
I'm proud of being a Jew.
You can always tell when Shabbat begins because they have the time here.
And what I learned from Hamza about jihad, about struggles, it means that God loves you. It means that God has put in front of you struggles that you must face, and face full front and deal with God's love.
I didn't know a lot about his background now. And I had no reason to question his background. If somebody gives me a reason, then I might need to start to dig, but I didn't. I know that the jail was looking at everything, and I found out that they were going to have a meeting on Monday, and I called Jason to see if he would be available.
No.
You all right?
Assalamu alaikum. What's the kufa about tonight?
Oh, yeah. It's about mercy.
Mercy?
Yeah. Brothers being merciful to each other.
That's hard to get to that point, man,
The more you study the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the Quran, then the more merciful you become. If you're not becoming more merciful and you're becoming more harsh, then you're not studying it properly.
At the meeting, they brought out the document in question, which was an interview with Jason that had been done in 2002. When I first saw that, I had a hard time believing that was Jason and his words, because I never heard that nor saw that in him any time that he had come into the jail. But I thought maybe that was rap music, maybe that was the way he made money. He said he could totally understand why that would have been a red flag. So I really felt it was a learning experience all the way around the table. And I was grateful for the grace that I feel was shown by the jail in reinstating his clearance so he could come back into the jail.
Thank you for everything.
Gotta keep struggling, gotta keep struggling. If I stop struggling, I'ma stop hustling. If I stop hustling, I'ma stop breathing. I just lost my job, times is getting hard. I'm calling to God, we gonna make it right. I done felt the pain, I done felt the rain. I'm waiting for change, we gonna make it right. Now I'm in a fight, fighting for my life. I can see the light, we gonna make it right. I carry this load, I walk down this road. I can feel my soul, we gonna make it right. Can't stop breathing, gotta keep breathing. Can't stop breathing, gotta keep breathing. I got my soul, I
got my soul. I got my soul. I got my soul. Who's both of those? They're from the 99 Muslim superheroes.
Where's the stickers?
You see, this is the light, and that's all the darkness from their sins.
They can't get ignored.
No, they don't have no nur. You see, and Allah gives her nur. Allah is giving her light. As it goes on, it just gets more and then more. I can't believe it.
Dada,
What?
can you go get something? A banana for me?
You want to get a banana? Okay, we could go get a banana. Come, let's go get a banana. You know what I'm saying? Just situation with my kids, you know, with my new family. Come on, monkey. The work that I do, you know, going from working in the streets with different gang members, then finally being in the jail, something that I always wanted to do. So just all the aspects, man. I just think that, you know, everything that I ever asked God for, He gave it to me. So when I face Him in their judgment, I'm not gonna have no excuse.
It's empty, and everybody gotta love. I got love for the one and love for where I'm from. Love for my daughters and love for my sons. Love for my peoples trying to rise out the slums. Surviving day to day, you're just trying to gather crumbs. I got love for my ox that are locked in the cells. Love for shorty rocks on the blocks busting sales. They just trying to feed mouths, they just trying to pay bills. If we don't show them love, then nobody will. I got love for single mothers with their children all alone, trying to hold it down with the kids.